Hello and welcome. This is Requiem Autumn. I'm Soranos. I'm here with the White Mask. The White Mask, and we are being hosted on Dinosaur's stream. This is Instant Gaming on the Dire Side versus Harambe Third Leg on the Radiant. Game 2 of 2. How you doing?
I'm doing very well, and I am excited to see some competition and know all their strats.
Yep, that's always a good idea.
So for these first bans, Disruptor, he's pretty good to ban. Kinetic Field does a lot. Void, pretty niche ban.
Yeah, Harambe's Third Leg, they got him last game. That's probably why they want to ban him this time. He's very good at picking up slippery heroes. That's what he's best at.
And with how this is going, they are leaving a lot of meta picks on the table. I'm not sure if these people are too into it, but there's people like Mirana, ET, Shadow Demon, and depending on what Instinct Gaming go, if they don't pick up the Shadow Demon and Mirana first, I think they will be very sorry. Because they want to go straight for a Tide. Very strong.
That's what Harambe's Third Leg first picked last time. Not really sure why they favor it that much for first pick, even if it is safe. I guess it's just the safety they like.
10 seconds.
Well, while Tide is a very strong offlaner, he does have a glaring weakness of being weak against BKB carries. And so all Harambe needs to do is get some carries like a Sven or a Life Stealer, someone that can just say, I don't want to be Ravaged today. No, thank you. But a big part of that first pick is that they leave Harambe very wide open to go with what they want to do.
Yeah, Titanhunter doesn't really hard counter anybody. Even if he is good against melee cores, he can still get around that by just zoning him out with a tri-lane.
Well, I want to see is, Phoenix, straight off the bat. I think that's not very strong. There are many heroes that Instinct could pick up to counter that.
That's probably their support duo there.
And a Witch Doctor against a Tide, no thank you. Ravage is very large AoE, very easy to cancel that Death Ward, and there are many heroes still on the board to counter, like a Silencer, that would beat both Phoenix and Witch Doctor very well.
Yeah, this is a very interesting pickup. Like, both these heroes, as you said, heavily countered by Silence. And Witch Doctor is not really that great against Tidehunter, as he also does physical damage, which is what Tidehunter is best against. Like, he doesn't actually really include much magic damage in this kit, aside from the Maledict ticks. They also had a lot of time to think that out. They used quite a bit of their early reserve time on that.
I think Instinct Gaming right now... Oh, no. They go straight for the Ogre. That's very good, because a Bloodlust will help them get down that Phoenix egg with whichever carry they plan on going. And stuns are just overall good. Now, they banned a Tinker very early. I don't know why they would do that, honestly. Tinker isn't that good against either of their heroes, and they could pick it up to counter right clicks.
These are actually the same exact bans I had last game. Well, the last game, Instant Gaming actually had an Elder Titan, so there was a very good reason for them to ban the Tinker. It's like Tinker Elder Titan's a pretty strong combo.
Yeah, especially with TPing on his Astral Spirit can be very annoying. He can put that into the trees, TP Tinker on there, and the enemy has no clue about that.
Yeah, Instinct gonna be taking some time to consider this ban. What kind of hero do you expect to see banned out here, like support?
For Instinct Gaming, Drow, I think they should have left that open and consider it for themselves. Gust, very strong. She's a very strong right clicker, very fast. Could take down Phoenix easily and be very far range with that Dragon Lance. It's very common. But they don't want to see her. I think they might be worried about another Drow strat coming in.
Yeah, they picked Drow last time themselves. Maybe they just don't want to play it again. They like don't want to play against it, as you said.
And Solaric is banned. He's pretty good against both Witch Doctor and Phoenix. He can easily purge off the fire spirits and get down that egg, or he can go invisible during Witch Doctor's cast and ulti and kill him. And it's very frequent for Solaric to go both Basher and Echo Saber strongly against both of those heroes. Now, a ban I will want to see from Instinct. Their draft is very open right now, so I would want them to ban something that goes well with those heroes, maybe a ET. But if Harambe does pick up a ET, they will have to do an offlane Phoenix. And they go with a Husker, which would have been fairly strong against Harambe's team.
Also, you were talking about how they probably shouldn't ban the Drow Rangers themselves because, like, her silence is good against Phoenix. Like, especially in offlane Phoenix. Offlane Phoenix can't lane against Drow Ranger. She does significantly more damage. Like, just a solo 1v1, Phoenix can't face against Drow.
Yeah, what I would really like to see here, and they pick up Visage for Harambe. Very good, considering that his biggest counter is out, but his greatest ally is also out. So they're going a very weird lineup where they're focused around what their spells do more than what their heroes can do. If you know what I mean, they don't have any real right click at this point.
Yeah.
At this point,
we're relying on their active abilities than their passive.
Yeah. And I think Instinct Gaming is going to suffer with the heroes that they banned against this. They've banned many heroes that would be really strong against our on-base draft. But something that would have been very good, if they left it in, would have been a Drow Oracle. I want to see an Oracle for Instinct Gaming with another good right-click carry. Maybe Sven. Sven could get a blink, do his thing. Oh, Marana pickup. Now that's strong, but they're still a little lacking in that right click.
Yeah, they really want more right clicks to be able to deal with Phoenix easily. Like, Ogre and Tidehunter are not heroes that are going to be clicking the egg. Marana can, but it's not like she's a especially fast attacker.
The most Marana can do is her leap does give her a good buff to attack speed, but that means you have to leap towards the egg and into their team, and that's scary. So it does give an answer, but DP very strong against all of Instinct Gaming's heroes at this point. The only weakness is Tide, Crack, and Shell can't take off that silence.
Yeah, like she could just silence the Tidehunter. They can just ignore him for like the duration of silence, which is really nice. Like, it's a huge duration, 6 seconds. I can take down a couple other heroes in that time, like the Marana, who's probably not going to be super tanky. Also, like, oh yeah, A going to be picked up here.
Now, A, very strong against these heroes, but I feel like he was too reactionary. That was more of a knee-jerk pick, because Instant Gaming still doesn't have anything to deal with the Phoenix or the Visage Birds. And
like, A is actually negative towards it because of his attack speed buff, or his attack speed debuff. With extra damage, he's actually worse against the Phoenix. You have to take time to take off the Chilling Touch before attacking him.
Harambe, they banned this Sven. Very, very smart. He has a good amount of burst. And overall, I think he could have been kind of kited before the BKB, but I think that's a risk you don't want to take. And I'm not sure, does, no, Spirit Siphon does not slow through BKB, so.
No. But the real thing is Sven's Warcry. Sven's Warcry wrecks Death Prophet. It's actually semi-viable to pick up Sven as a support against Death Prophet. I mean, it's not going to say it's good, but it's actually a possibility you can do that, just because of how good Warcry is.
Yeah. So here comes an interesting pick from Instinct. They're really lacking the right click, and I hope that they pick something. There's nothing that really comes to mind. I mean, Morphling is still in the pool, I guess, and nothing else really comes to mind, honestly.
Could we see a Clinks pick up here?
Clink's very strong indeed, and the only thing he's really weak to is Death Prophet's Silence, but he can blow up anyone else. Oh, and it's an AM. AM's pretty strong, but again, weak to the Silence, and he's not the greatest at killing an egg. He's pretty good, but not the greatest.
He definitely outcarries all their heroes thus far, though, obviously. So, if Harambe's third leg don't have a good late game carry, they definitely just secure themselves a late game with that. But Harambe's third leg can easily respawn, like they can go anywhere they want. They have another 2 minutes to decide, or another minute and a half. It is.
I think a hero that could be very strong for them is the Life Stealer. Just because of how dependent Instinct Gaming is on all of their spells. Like, every hero has a spell. You know, Ogre has his stuns, Marana has all her magic damage, AA has all his magic damage, Tide has Ravage. Lifestealer would negate all of that and be strong against all of them too.
Yeah, the only one is not good against Lifestealer, really. I don't think.
Yeah, and if you can go toe to toe with the AM, you know, get a Basher and to Abyssal Blade, you can easily kill an AM.
It looks much stronger fighting for the side of Harambe's third leg if they decide to pick up a Lifestealer.
And Luna, that's I would say that's a pretty good pickup overall. It gives them their team fight. They're really going for that team fight, big ulti. You know, they have the
They also have really strong push. Their push is really strong.
That is another thing.
Yep, it looks like nobody disconnected. I think we're all here.
Prepare for battle.
That's nice. It's kind of unusual, but nice. I will start with introducing the teams. Starting off with Harambe's third leg. We got Ghost Stick, gonna be on that Luna, going down to the safe lane right now. We got VVVV, again, going to the mid lane on the Death Prophet this time. Out in the off lane, we got Magic Man, not a role model, on the Phoenix. We got Cal P on the Visage, and Dirty Bands on the on the Witch Doctor. And you may introduce the other side.
Okay, so here's Speakeasy on his Marana, has a ward, pretty good, and Shazamza on AM.
Yeah, we'll just call him Shazam if we want to call him anything.
Okay, and Boots without Boots on Ogre, Rushdown on AA, and Cybele in a tank with his Tide. So,
yeah. It's like Phoenix being ready to snatch the banner. He isn't gonna get it though. He doesn't click on it.
Very close, but no cigar.
Yeah.
Overall, I'll let you go.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say small mistake from him. He definitely could have gotten that because Speakeasy didn't immediately get it.
But overall, what I want to see from their laning phase is, well, I don't know.
You don't know what you want to see from the laning phase.
I don't. Everything's pretty self-explanatory. The supports are gonna zone out the Phoenix, and yeah, Radiant supports will zone out the Tide. It's pretty simple. The only thing is, the Tide will have a much better time after being zoned than the Phoenix will.
Yeah, this Phoenix, he's gonna get zoned off this offlane pretty easily, and he doesn't have any good way to deal with it. Like, using his dive alone just takes off 15% of his HP regardless of whether he gets hit beforehand or not.
Yeah,
and he does not have a high health pool.
Yeah, already at half health. All that happened was Ogre came up, smacked him once, and hit him with a Ignite. And that's scary. So, I feel like Radiant just has to hope that Instinct doesn't farm, or that Dire doesn't farm that well, and just hold on to that, try to get their levels on their Phoenix, And it looks like Dire missed a pull, or is not pulling at all.
And
And
that's
that's
a stack, I think. I guess.
and that's pretty good for Phoenix. Phoenix needs those levels, and Tide, he's getting pushed off. That's good.
Kind of expected both these offlaners to get pushed off, but the Tidehunter with his Kraken Shell and Anger Smash has a much better chance to come back through jungle farm. And Phoenix can't really farm the jungle unless he gets an Iron Talon. Even then, he'd probably have to like jump up onto this cliff up here.
Yeah. But overall, neither offlane has a single last hit. That's kind of surprising with a Tide. You'd expect some, with his Anchor Smash being pretty strong. Not the strongest at level 1, but we're just seeing no farm for either. That both teams are pulling now.
Yeah, I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that, like, even though Tidehunter is better lasting than the Phoenixes, they've been pulling much better on the side of Harambe's third leg. Like, you can see is behind their tower, they have the pull through to the medium camp. Well, these two supports are up here are just, like, kind of pulling a single pull to the large camp. As this was unable to be stacked because he put a sentry there before.
And that, it probably blocks it. Okay, there, it's now showing up. Yeah, that's a very smart spot. I wouldn't even thought of that. I think if they walk next to it, it might give vision of it. But
oh wait, actually, they could see it through the trees if they had a sentry in range. Yeah.
And but I think if they
Phoenix
hitting that
Phoenix. A lot of
Phoenix.
damage.
Yep.
Hey, if it was a little closer, that probably would have ended up being a kill.
Yeah. Phoenix would have had to use his dive. He does have a salve though, so he doesn't have to worry too much. He can just walk away, salve up. It looks like he's going to stack to no avail, and I don't know why he's stacking anyway. There's nothing he can do about it, honestly.
I don't think it'll really help him too much, will it?
No, what they should consider is just taking the Ogre mid lane and helping this Mirana. Mirana has 7 last hits, and she's known for last hitting pretty well. But DP's just
early on, I guess. Mirana's not really that good at lasting early on. But yeah, DP is definitely owning this lane.
But here comes the Ogre. DP. Oh, DP doesn't
He's gonna
care.
go down. That's first blood there. Boots getting first blood on his Ogre.
Yeah, that means Boots will have boots. That's a very scary thing.
This is gonna be a significant help to Mirana in the mid lane. Lets her get some free time to last hit, and it gets her some extra gold from the kill. Although, like we say, the Phoenix isn't a good jungler, but he can jungle alright, like, with his fire spirits, but it takes quite a few levels to actually get there.
Another issue is he's maxing the Sunray, and I don't think that's the plan, honestly. It gives him no farming potential at all. And
like, he's really relying on getting creeps to come to him under tower.
And another thing is that it's going to be a while before they can team fight. So I think Fire Spirits will have been the play. And, Fire Spirits just help your ulti. That's a big part. Now, they try to deward it, but as expected, they go for the left side. Very good ward spot. Most of the time when you go to deward that camp, you try it on the left, and with how far that is down, won't catch it. Ogre smacks that small camp, though, and pushes out the lane because of so.
You're talking about how they're not really going to be ready to team fight early. And the thing about Sunray is it's at its best early on, but they don't have good lockdown. They don't have any kind of strong lockdown to make Sunray useful. It's going to be mostly used as a healing tool if they're going to be pushing, I feel. It doesn't really do much else for them.
Sunray,
Fire Spirits don't need setup.
Sunray, it's good early and it's good late. In the mid game, it's a little awkward to use because it takes out so much of your HP that people will kill you. And close arrow.
Ogre and the Witch Doctor both sitting here supporting their mid lane partner. And Boots taking a last hit for himself. A greedy guts there. And VVV is gonna pop the ultimate for some reason, I guess. Really was confident in that kill, or they just really want to push.
Yeah, I think with this, they plan on pushing, seeing how low the Mirana was. Just he should have queued out the lane, in my opinion, because
Yeah,
he used
and
up a
waited
bit
little
of that.
bit longer.
Yeah.
He wasted about half the time of the ultimate, honestly. And he's not really going to be able to push to take tower even.
Yeah, minor tower damage. It's whatever. Big cooldown on, big cooldown is up now.
It's not quite
Mirana,
as significant as early as it is, but you like to get better use out of it anyways.
yeah. And
Yeah, Mirana rotate bottom. They're going to be throwing an arrow. It's going to miss though. Luna dodges it. The Speakeasy's going to keep going forward though. Going to get some nuke damage on it, but it's not going to do enough.
He did force out the rotation from the Radiant middle. Maybe that's what he was hoping for, giving Boots some space since Mirana is bot. Hey, do what you do.
Yeah, I mean, this ogre is high priority target for farm. You gotta get him those boots that he has. He'll probably be picking up mana boots next pretty soon. He's almost there.
Now, we haven't talked about this Phoenix for a while, and that's because there's nothing to talk about. He hasn't gone much farm. He got boots. He's almost to his Tranquil boots. But even at Tranquil boots, what will he do? Ogre's waiting for him in this jungle. He's expecting him to come over, maybe land a kill.
Yeah, they're gonna force him to. They want to force him to get back, and Ogre's actually just diving this straight up. Stun comes out. They have the nuke damage there. He's gonna be flying away, but he might burn to death.
Ooh.
The Anti-Mage actually gonna drop a Mana Void to get the kill.
That's pretty worth it. It's a free kill on your AM. And with this, I think they're actually going to go for the tower.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Sport's kind of backing up a bit, but I think the Anti-Mage should be able to do it a lot of damage himself. I'd like to see the Sport stay there and just help him kill out the creeps.
Especially with some Bloodlust. Level 1 Bloodlust is 30. That's quite a bit. But you say, no, we're going to pull. Or we're going to stack and then pull. Guess they're just trying to create a neutral lane for the AM. They don't want to push it too early.
Death Prophet's ultimate's back up, and they're going to immediately push bottom. This is the right call. They have a Death Prophet. Take advantage of the ult.
This is very scary. Luna has her ulti almost level 7 even for that level 4 Lucent Beam. DP's pushing with hers. That tower is going to go bye-bye. And
Mirana's trying to counter push mid at the same time, but they don't push nearly as fast.
Yeah, and Dire even pulled, which denies any chance of them pushing. So overall, Dire won't get much from it other than half HP on the Radiant mid.
Hey, guess what? This Tidehorn's been farming, okay? This Tidehorn's been farming.
He's been farming a sweet 12 last hits.
Yeah, it's not really going very good for Tidehorn. I'm kind of surprised he isn't doing better, actually. It's 9 minutes in, and he probably could have been jungling a little bit better than this, I feel.
But a lot of the Dire Ancients are actually pretty low HP. So I think he's going to heal up, TP back in, and finish him off for his mana boots. And one thing I want to see on Tide is our early Greaves to counter that silence that will be coming from DP and the team fight overall.
Yeah.
To guarantee that he can get his Ravage off. Now, since they didn't pop their Eclipse, they're just going to go mid. Take this tower. And
we talked about how good Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're trying to defend. But we talked about how good the Death Prophet's ultimate is for pushing, but Luna's just general aura of Lunar Blessing is really nice as well. Extra 22 damage right now for all of her allies.
Yeah, and sadly Luna hasn't picked up a creep with her Helm of the Dominator yet, which means she has to go and pull that herself to stack it, and I think she should, honestly.
I mean, she has the perfect opportunity right here. Just take the ranged creep.
Other creeps that could be good is there is a Ogre Frost Mage right here. That's 8 armor bonus and a move slow.
Yeah, it's actually really useful. It's almost as good as Lich's armor. Or is it as good as Lich's armor?
No, I think Lich has a 14 armor bonus. I'm not exactly sure. I haven't played him so long. Ooh. But they do bounce a bit. Yeah. They do get some tower damage out of it. Oh, DP just pops out ulti and Luna.
This should be an easy tower. They can't contest this. Not with DP ult up. You just need to tank the tower a little bit more with somebody else. keep the DP more healthy. They're going in on the DP here. The Luna gets dropped into the Ravage as well. The Witch Doctor immediately dies. The Ogre does as well. The Luna's gonna fall too, and the Ogre. No, arrow comes through right after the Titan dies. Very quick fight there.
Now,
Luna's
considering
doing a lot of work.
everything that Radiant had going for them, I think Dire played that very well. They just destroyed the Witch Doctor and the Luna immediately, and they got out with all their cores, except for Tide, sadly.
Yeah, Tide. Nobody considers Tide a core. Core Tide. I didn't consider him a core last game either because their Tide also was farming pretty poorly and didn't really have very much to speak of.
Well, AM, he is closing in on that Battle Fury. He's about... what?
Oh, Luna actually takes a creep now.
Oh, Luna got a creep. It's pretty exciting. It's a nice, simple range creep. Pretty good for pulling.
AM doesn't have his treads yet, but overall his farm looks pretty solid.
In a game like this, I would say just go the Battle Fury first. You know, it will escalate your farm pretty quickly. You're just going to dodge the fights anyways.
Yeah. And obviously you're going to get both together, but you can get the Battle Fury first. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's an extra 1,000 gold that you'd be spending on those, and you can get the Battle Fury just that much faster. So you can clear normal creep waves much more easily.
Now, Mirana's going to smack this bottom tower a bit. DP is hiding, and she has a Veil. But she has no silence, that doesn't matter. And, well...
This is going to TP
bye-bye.
out. Top lane. Titan is going to port up here to help defend against the Luna push. We should be able to do it.
They should be a little careful, because Ravage is still down for 43 seconds. And...
The Ogre is going a little too far up. The Death Prophet's here. The nuke damage is out as well as the egg. Death Prophet getting the kill on the Ogre Magi. They're also going to continue to chase. The Lucent Beam lands on the Tidehunter. The slows are coming through. This Tidehunter is not long for life, but he is not going to die to neutrals. The Visage getting that kill.
Now, despite this Phoenix not having anything at all, he's actually helping quite a bit. The Sun Rate very strong against Tide. And,
like this is where Phoenix is really strong. It's like he gets to use his Sunray without being contested at all, and he gets to drop his egg with also not being contested at all. Blast kind of gets whiffed pretty hard and completely misses everybody.
And DP even pings it out.
I mean, it would have whiffed anyways, but you probably could have gotten it in the similar area. He just was a little too slow on the trigger for the second.
AM gets his Battle Fury. I'm hoping he can farm up quite a bit, but Radiant's already pressuring, and he has to get a move on with this.
Yeah, he needs to start split pushing right away. Like, they can't really contest them. Like, they have Ravage, but they don't have enough to fight early. Anti-Mage isn't good as Luna.
Oh,
period.
Popping an early Eclipse.
Oh, the Ravage gets onto all 5! The Phoenix goes down immediately. They blast on all of them. They're not healing up at all. The Witch Doctor ult does come out, though. Is able to take down the Mirana. And the Death Prophet just barely surviving at the end. They do get a couple kills for that, so it's not the worst. But they also lose a tower, so it's not the best either.
Considering the Mirana burst and the AA blast, I expected and the Luna Eclipse whiff. That went very well for Radiant, considering it was just a 2-2 trade. But
yeah, it could have gone much worse for them.
AM's getting some nice farm. He's about to pick up those treads, probably sell the GG branch. Oh, he's going Morbid Mask. I don't know if he knows that those don't stack.
Yeah, he's not getting any use out of this.
Well, AM, you're a bit silly. That's all I'm gonna say.
Has this guy played AM before?
I hope so. Yes, those good Skull Bashers with 5 towers destroyed on one of them. So he's destroyed 5 towers. That's not too much AM play, though. That's about 2 games.
Yeah, I don't think he really notices. Oh, they're gonna go on him right here. I don't think they have the stuns to hold him down, though. One more cast capacity, but there's the silence. That's gonna be enough. They're able to take him down. The Witch Doctor getting the right click in on him for the kill.
And here's just another two down. They don't even have to commit any ultis. Not that they have them up, but hey, that's better.
Witch Doctor taking some damage from tower. He's gotta be careful. He's actually gonna die.
Oh.
Witch Doctor going down to a solo tower. Huge misplay. from him. Also,
Oh,
Tyler just
hi.
walking in. Do they have detection? They do have sentries. They should be able to go for him, but they're not gonna be too hasty with that. They're gonna back off. They're gonna play it safe.
Tide playing a little risky. No Ravage up yet. Maybe he was planning on baiting one of their ultis.
He would have died if there was, though.
But
Like,
I think
if
the
there-
best thing for Radiant is to get back to base, get some mana. You guys are starving.
Radiant's middle
Yeah,
tower
the
is under attack.
Death Prophet pretty low. Can't even cast her ult, actually. Costs 300 mana to cast the Death Prophet ult. More than I thought, actually.
I would say their best bet is to get some mana and then either push mid or take Roshan and push mid. And
They're gonna push mid without any of those things. They're just gonna use mana boots, gonna give her some bottle charges. And they're gonna push mid and they're gonna drop Death Prophet's ultimate, probably. That should be good enough for them. She just needs the extra bottle charge. Death Prophet just about got her Yules, pretty close to it.
with how much damage this Mirana's, or this Luna, oh no, there is. I was gonna say maybe they shouldn't, and just save it for tier 3.
Yeah,
But-
they're fine. They'll be able to take this and then just back out. There's no glyph up. Actually, wait, there was a glyph up actually, and they couldn't defend it, I guess, and they decided to not try.
Radiant's top
Probably
Yeah,
feel
that's
better
all
for
it-
the tier 3 push.
I don't really think they should be pushing tier 3s at this point. Not with exorcism used beforehand. Especially when they have a lot more farm they can catch it up on and just like get some more items on their heroes.
Yep, and Phoenix goes top for all that farm up there. AM, he hasn't really hit a tower that much. There's 2 tier 1 still up, both have HP. He got his treads, still sitting on Morbid Mask.
The beginning of Vlad's probably fairly soon, so that he can actually get some use out of it.
Witch Doctor is closing in on his on his Glimmer Cape. That'll be very strong.
Yeah.
Because that means the Ogre can't stun him anymore. And possibly the AA.
Oh,
He just
yeah,
has to Cold Feet first.
It has sentries, so if they can, he has some with him, they should be alright, but they've used a ton of sentries on the Radiant side all across the map. Like 2 here, 3 here. They're just
Yeah.
blocking all the camps, so AM can't farm.
That's a bit silly. AM will just farm your lanes if you can't farm the jungle. But I guess it's working. AM's walking around these camps just saying, hey, guys, stop taking my camps. Come on.
This is a very sad AM.
Oh, and DP got out.
Yeah, she's out of position. Oh, they have a Sunray though, but for how long? The Tidehunter are just falling so fast. Sunray doing massive damage. Phoenix blocking this camp as well.
Oh my
He has
goodness.
5 sentries on him. He's not even buying any other items. He just has a billion sentries. He's gonna block this camp too.
Oh, that is some hate, man. What
I
I would
don't
have
really
liked to
think
see
this is
from
worth
Phoenix is instead of buying, I don't know, 10 sentries, that's 5. No, that's like
That's
1,000 gold. Yeah,
That's 1,000 gold a sentry.
he could have had a Midas, and that's very strong with the Phoenix. But regardless, they're saying, hey,
He
whatever.
doubled up on sentries here even.
Oh, man. Wow.
I think they're really focused on the next part of the game. Meanwhile, there is a team fight. Tidehunter dies, but they also managed to kill Death Prophet at the very start. The egg is going to go down. They're going to be able to kill that. Marano's going to fall for it in return. Antimage is ready to fight. He's coming in. He's not really doing that much damage, but he has a Mana Void. It's going to do plenty. The Witch Doctor goes down, but so does the Ogre. It's a worthy trade, though. 5 for 3. Very
I think
nice for them in the end.
Radiant might have got a little antsy in their panties for that one, and it is a 2.4k gold swing towards Dire. That's just a little breath of air that they needed.
I think they relegated this Phoenix to support because he actually has less last hits than either of his supports. He also has the bottom net worth because he spent 1,000 gold, over 1,000 gold on sentries.
Yeah, it's Phoenix, a little silly, and at this point, I would have been
Antimage.
wishing I got that Midas.
This Antimage is checking the camps. There's none there.
That would be a...
He's-
Oh, he even pinged it. Wow.
He has no idea what's going on.
A really value buy would be a gem right here. Take out 1k worth of sentries.
It would more than pay for itself.
Man. But despite buying all of these wards, Radiant's vision game isn't that great. They don't need the wards in the jungle because all the camps are blocked.
Like, there's no reason for them to be in the jungle.
Radiant's
Like, we talk about a waste of wards, but yeah, these are like these extra obs here when there's nobody, there's no value in this jungle at all. Like, it's very strange.
Radiant's middle
Ah, this
has fallen.
this A is trying to help
Oh,
D-ward. He's gonna
And he
get one of
catches
them.
one, but will he catch the other?
No,
Oh,
he can't.
he won.
He can't see. It's genius, dude. It's genius. They should be able to kill this Death Prophet for this, and that's nice.
Oh,
But this is genius. That's what you do. You put one sentry just barely in the range where their other sentry would be, and then you get one out of range, so they can't see it.
I mean,
This is the
I think
best
they should have
strat
placed
I've-
it a little more to the right. I was cutting it close, but hey, it worked. That's all that matters.
You don't get to flame the strat. This is the best strat you've never seen.
Okay, AM, he finally has his Vladimir's Battle Fairy. It's 22 minutes. He's a bit, well, because all his camps are blocked.
Its farm is okay, I guess. It probably should be a little better, but he can't farm jungle, so that slows it down a bit.
He's just running around these camps. He's like, what the heck, man?
Like for the past 10 minutes. Oh,
Oh, he got
salvation.
one!
Salvation, guys. He has a camp. He can farm.
Meanwhile, Radiant's being...
It's still blocked.
Oh, no.
And he's still just like, what is this? What the fuck is this? What is this?
The
And then
only...
he's gonna see these are blocked as well. He's not even checking. He knows they're blocked.
So Radiant has thrown away a lot of money. They bought, I don't even know how many sentries at this point. I want to look at the end of this game. Oh, he's putting more down. Look at this. But they've thrown some fights. They've thrown a lot of sentries.
Honestly, this wouldn't be the worst strat if they're gonna be winning the game at 20 minutes in, and they just want to stop the AMP from farming in the meanwhile, and they're too lazy to sit in their jungle. Oh, down, death. Oh, down bottom though. I missed the Ravage coming out. Onto 2. Or maybe it's just a stun onto the Death Prophet. The Luna is also used, and Cybele is gonna go down. Titanheart dying once again. And the Visage a little too aggressive, not able to kill Rushdown. He's probably gonna pay for it with his own life. Death Prophet, not much damage now, but Luna's ready to come in. The Mirana, though, so much more nuke damage than anyone else on the field right now. The egg is popped, and there's the Death Ward. All the heroes still alive on the Radiant, except for the Visage.
Oh, what saved them that fight, I think, was that paralyzing cast. Or what sealed the fight, at least.
Yeah, the Witch Doctor coming in there was huge. And now they're going to be able to push high ground. And they have the Exorcism still. Like, this is going to be a full set of racks. I don't think they can actually defend against this now.
And Dire has no buybacks on anyone that can do anything. AM has buyback, but what is he going to do?
Like, he can't run in against the Death Prophet.
Ravage is down. I think they should just stand back a little bit, let these racks go down. But they are
Death Prophet's
taking
really
a
low.
lot of
She's
damage.
tanking too much tower. She's gonna fall to the tower. The cask doesn't bounce too much. The Titan doesn't have a Ravage. She does have a mech. But he doesn't have enough speed to chase. Oh, the Phoenix gets stunned before he can go up to high ground. He's gonna be chased by the Ogre. And then meanwhile, the Tide getting vended off, and this Maledict doing so much. And Speakeasy gonna get a kill on the Witch Doctor. Also, oh, the Phoenix still stuck in the trees here. He's gonna get caught out, and Antimate should be able to get this kill. Very nice for him. They only lost one tower for that because they just had the Death Prophet tanking tower the entire time. I don't know why.
Yeah,
He's making
they're
some costly mistakes.
they're
The
grouping
second
very
hero that's
well,
died
but
to a tower. This is the second hero that's died just to a tower. I mean, the Ogre was there still, but yeah. But I don't think that she should have died at all.
and now AM is getting the space that he so desperately needs with all of these wards coming out in his
Although
jungle.
only one of these camps is gonna spawn still.
this point, you gain. He needs a lot of items, but Radiant is playing in a way that it's not crucial. Also, he blocks his ancient camp that he could have been killing. Oh well. He has a Yasha TP coming out for him. This was Celery's farm by a lot. Ooh, and this.
You know what else would also accelerate his farm? Tread switching. I don't think I've seen tread switch yet.
Oh, we'll see it right here. Go on, AM.
Come
We
on.
believe in you.
I don't believe in you, but you better do it anyways.
No, no camp.
Guess what? Yeah, there's another non-camp AM. Have fun with that, buddy. Well, the AM's looking to cut the wave here. The Luna's ready for it. She's coming back. She just about got her BKB. Yeah, AM's here, but he sees the Luna. He's gonna back off.
Yeah,
Hey, AM, you have this thing. It's called your keyboard. You press it, and then you can switch your treads and get more efficiency.
See, this AM, he's not worried about Luna, but he is scared of the DP. DP is going BKB next. Really strong. It will keep... Oh, and Phoenix. Oh.
Wait, what happened to Phoenix?
Oh, Phoenix gets ice blasted, but he pops the supernova to not die. What a player.
An ult for an ult. Fair trade, right? What is he doing? He used the sentry here. He didn't block a camp. What is he doing, man? I don't understand.
Madman. Uh-oh.
He's crazy. Uh-oh,
They're
now
all
he's
walking
blocked.
around each other.
Oh, they have Dustle and Tidearm. They're gonna be able to find him out here. Sunray just obliterating him. Arrow is gonna be tanked by the Phoenix though. Taking one for the team, and he's gonna get destroyed.
Now these are gonna be some good cast bounces, but
A
Radiant's
blast
a
is
bit
coming
too
out. It's gonna hit onto both. They're gonna be able to take all the Ravage. Massive whiff. Not gonna hit onto anything. Visage still trying to run away, but he's not gonna be able to get out. Too much chase from the Anti-Mage and the Marana Arrow.
Radiant supports, they were way out of position. Both of their cores were top, farming the same lane. And, well, they paid their life for it.
Even if Ravage got used, they're going to be able to take this tower at the mid lane if the Anti-Mage wants to push it. Because if he doesn't want to push it, they're not going to be pushing. Yeah, he doesn't actually want to push, I don't think.
No. Just farming some jungle.
He's farming some good old jungle that he couldn't do earlier. They're going on the Witch Doctor. They don't have detection for him, though. It's going to take a little bit before they can go for him. The Luna ult is popped, and the Witch Doctor ult. They do stun him, though, and they take him down. Luna ult's still going, and the Ogre is probably going to... Oh, no, the Maldic got applied earlier. Tidehunter, though, is very low. If they find him, he's going to die. But he doesn't have a... He doesn't even have a Blink Dagger.
I think he's trying to get that...
Oh, Anti-Mage going forward, doing a ton of damage. The Mana Void is dropped and takes down the Death Prophet. He's going back in. He's going to be able to see the egg, and they're going to be able to kill that easily. I don't think he should have used his ults. It's only level 1 still, too. He's level 10. Even his supports are much higher level than him. You know, if they were winning this game hard and they just wanted to shut down the Anti-Mage at any chance, like I said before, just like, I guess it's not that bad, but his use of sentries is absolutely detrimental. Massively detrimental at this point.
Yeah, at this point, the Phoenix is so far behind that he's half the net worth of the next person.
Which is a support, the position 5 Witch Doctor.
Oh, well, I guess they skipped down their position 3 and made him a 6. Now, what needs to happen is...
Did you see that split pushing from the AA? He got the tier 1 bottom.
Oh my goodness gracious.
He's a madman.
AA doesn't even have a Midas. No one has a Midas. Midas gaming is
Midas.
not real. People like to go Midas on A to just guarantee that egg and but with how much money Radiant is throwing at them, I guess it doesn't matter that much. And Radiant need to put their big boy pants on and get a good push going. And now that they have a BKB on Luna and almost on DP, it's almost the time to do that. In my opinion, they should walk to this Roshan, kill it, that will give them their BKBs. Actually, DP does have the gold for it. So I think
Yeah, she'll be dropping her bottle for that. She should probably just do that.
so I think a Roshan kill into bot racks is exactly what they need right now.
Yeah, I mean, they have great team fight. They're only going to be going against the Ravage and AA Blast. They should be able to take team fights. But then again, they do have a Phoenix who has sub 2k net worth, who was the position 3.
As long as they can use their BKBs correctly, Instinct has no real damage against them. Mirana is completely nullified. Tide only has his E. AM,
He does have Manta now.
but when you look at AM, you think Mana Break and Mana Void.
I don't really think he's going to do quite enough through BKB.
Yeah. Ogre has had a pipe for a while, actually, and just picks up an Aether Lens. He'll be very scary for it. Oh, they are actually taking a Roshan.
Yeah, it should fall pretty quickly for that. Arrow's going to come through.
Oh.
They're going to see this happening, but it's just going to stun it for them, so they don't have to deal with it. Aegis is going to be picked up by DP once she drops something.
Oh,
no, the Ravage
my
comes through!
goodness.
He can snatch it! Drop your stick! No!
Oh,
He
Witch
doesn't
Doctor
drop the
picks it
stick,
up.
and he immediately uses it.
Well, it was better than AM or Mirana getting it.
Rob blinks in, nearly taking down Death Prop, but she's now in a horrible position. The healing from the Phoenix is huge, taking him back up, giving him like half his health back. And BKB is popped, even though there's nobody to worry about anymore, really. And it's going to chase after Boots, going to take him down pretty easily. A is trying to come back in, but not really much he can do.
Now, this whole time, AM was pushing top, but AM's not strong. He only gets it to half.
AM's just still getting stunned. AM might go down. They can chase him. The Sunray actually kills him.
Now, Radiant is in a very good position to push. Even though they don't have their ultis, Luna will destroy
They
Rax.
have to push now, but Luna's not going to mid lane. Luna's just going top lane where there are no racks. Luna also doesn't have bots, so there's that, and she can't really get back to lane.
Now, Luna, she's going to finish up her Manta. Really good at pushing, but she's not. DP's ulti is actually back up. I didn't think it would be up this soon, and DP says, well, you don't want to push with me? I'll do it myself, man.
Yeah, I guess that's why Luna's just pushing top instead. They're just gonna have
Luna
to
was
take
there.
out the racks.
I would say they could just get 2 racks. Could take these mid. Luna could have been hitting bot this whole time.
Tidenar going forward. He's getting pretty aggressive with that newly purchased Blink. Mirana's here. She has a lot of nuke damage. Actually, the Death Prophet is getting very low. She's doing a lot of damage herself. If she can survive for a little longer, she might be able to get out of this. Right clicks will be coming through. But yeah, the Mirage should be able to get her actually. No, the Ghost's coming back just in time, giving her a ton of health. But now she shouldn't have any damage left. Luna's here though.
Maybe Luna can save the day.
Ready.
Oh!
Luna does not have her ult ready, actually. Oh, I lied. They're gonna use They're gonna use the Mirana's Moonlight Shadow to get back. They're actually gonna go forward. She doesn't manage to grab the TP, unfortunately.
They committed a lot of time, but they didn't commit any ultimates to.
The Witch Doctor getting sliced up, and also the Visage. Wait, where did Visage die at mid? Wait,
he died at Brax.
Why was the Visage here so low?
Birds can hit buildings, I guess. They can't backdoor him too well, though.
I don't think he should have been there alone. I don't really think that was a great idea.
But for all of that, Instinct doesn't use any big ultimate, but they still lose their mid-racks. At least the melee, and that's the most important part. Luna's just sitting outside the fountain. She doesn't love that mana. And, well, Mirana, very interestingly, has a Demon Edge. Why? Who knows?
MKB? I don't know why she'd be getting MKB at this point, or a Daedalus for that matter, but...
More logical Daedalus, but more likely MKB. And...
Also, Antimage is in a rock and a hard place. If he stuns him... Oh, she's gonna pop her ult. No mana for her, but they have a silence ready, and he uses Manta already. This isn't a good position for him. He's gonna go down pretty soon. A couple more cleaves, and he does go down. Luna's Glaives finishing him off. And the Courier also dying to Glaives. They have the Yules up. They're gonna be able to kill the ogre pretty easily. A blast will come through, but it won't actually hit him, or it won't actually burst on them. And this should be another set of racks with the AM down. I don't
Now,
really think they could fight without him.
both heroes have buyback, and well, there's ogres.
Yeah, ogre's
Luna
gonna use
ulti's
his.
down, but DP ulti's up,
Dire's bottom barracks are
and
AM will buy back. The Ravage comes through onto 3. Huge nuke damage. The Death Prophet goes down immediately. The Luna is getting focused. She dies as well. The Phoenix Egg is here. It's not going to die in the end, but the Witch Doctor will. The birds are trying to come in, but the Phoenix is alone. Phoenix, very low health, is able to get out just in time. He should be able to escape from this huge fight. The Ravage on point for Instinct. This is where they take advantage of this. This is where they go and do something. I don't know what they're really going to do, but they should do something.
that's a 3.3k swing, only 2k going towards Instinct. And a huge mistake that they had is Luna's BKB wasn't up yet. It came down about when she... Oh, and Visage gets caught.
Yeah, he's just got to die when he really shouldn't have. He got spotted by the A blast, but he didn't leave.
But, when they pushed, neither of them used BKB, and Instinct just got a free Ravage because of it, and that Ravage is what just devastated Harambe.
It opened the fight straight up. Like, it hit all of them. They just, like, bursted them down with the Marana. The Marana damage is too much, and the AA blast is already on top as well. Just, like, insane magical burst. And Marana did get a Daedalus.
Well,
She's transitioning to hard carry now. She's no longer the magic nuker. She's now the hard carry. True hard carry. And get her out of the way, scrub. You don't got what it takes.
while Daedalus is good on Marana, I would have expected more of an Ethereal Blade, especially with how well they are getting these Ravages off. They're getting them off before the BKBs, which is huge. And because of that, I think an Ethereal Blade will just guarantee that nuke damage. But Daedalus, very safe. You can't block a Daedalus with BKB.
Yeah, that's probably why they want to transition Marana to more right-click core than a magic damage dealing one.
And Marana actually does more right-click than AM, if you factor in the
That's
crit.
Daedalus.
Well, AM...
You don't even have to
Did
factor
not
in the crit. She still does more damage anyways.
So, on AM...
Oh,
should
he's
just
gonna
get
find
bashed.
Luna here. She has to use her BKB, but AM's backing off of this. They see the heroes in mid lane. They could have tried to pick her off, but they're not going to.
I say they should just heal back up now that the BKB and Luna ulti are both down. This is down for 50 seconds, and if they can prioritize that, which they go... I would say mid was a better choice, considering they have their own melee down
It
at
doesn't
mid.
look like they want to push at all, even.
Yeah, they just go farm some camps together, holding hands.
Yeah, they're just gonna be farming. And with Luna ult down, you should definitely take advantage of that. It's a huge cooldown. It's a very useful ult. Definitely impacts their team fight.
More so the BKB, though, which it's back up in 20 seconds. They would have gone too far with that being down, but it still
Yeah,
makes
it's
you
hard
afraid.
to take advantage of the BKB being down. It's not super long duration or super long cooldown. But meanwhile, the Radiant seemed like they're poised to push bottom. I'm
Yeah.
kind of glad the Phoenix stopped buying sentries and has a mech now, but I don't really think the mech's going to do that much.
The mech came out a little late because of all the sentry spot. And, well,
He also doesn't have
AM.
mana to support it. Like, he has the mech, and then he has the egg. All of his abilities used once, and then he's out of mana. Tighter, Ravage comes out though. BKB was already popped on one. The Death Prophet's very low. AA Blast's gonna go through, and she's gonna fall. Egg is here, but they have enough to bring it down. And the Luna has to back off. Her BKB has been used. She can't stay any longer. Witch Doctor, though, he will get caught.
and with this whole
He's gonna
fight,
fall.
AM was even there. AM's taking top racks.
And Luna, she's gonna fall as well. She's fast, but she's not fast enough. They have enough to hold her down, I think. Yeah,
Yeah, that
they're gonna nuke her down, and yeah, as my co mentioned, AM's just been hitting racks, doing what he loves best, which is split pushing. Like, why even fight if you don't need to? With a Marana tied and AA can just burst them down so easily. Because they don't use BKBs. Why not?
Tide has been the real MVP of this game, just getting that Ravage off every time.
Death Prophet hasn't like BKB'd before Tide Ravage once. That's pretty sad. They're trying to backdoor. It's gonna take a while though.
They're making progress at least. And AM is very close. He can buy his Basher. He's getting pretty close to Abyssal.
He actually should buy Abyssal just straight up. I don't think he needs to worry about buyback that much.
You'd be surprised.
I mean,
I've seen some stuff.
And this net worth is pretty heavily in favor of Instinct. It's like, look at the drop. Look at the net worth graph. Look at the drop after the last 2 fights they've had. It's huge, huge drops. It used to be pretty even back like 8 minutes ago.
Now Roshan is up. If AM gets, AM is going hard. He doesn't want a Basher.
That's a pretty solid pickup, I think. It lets him be the frontline tank while the rest of his team has so much damage. I think it's a pretty viable pickup. Lets them tank through all the magic damage they have.
I would have personally preferred a Basher. He doesn't really need that tankiness with how the fights are going. You know, they just kill them all before anything happens anyway, so Basher will help a little bit on this. And Roshan is up. Now, so far neither team knows this. AM might scout it out soon. Luna should have had a creep in there, because at this point they could have smoked in and taken it. And they have a sentry right here, but no observer. If they had an observer right there, that would have just seen everyone.
Yeah.
Dire uses scan, no avail.
Looks like it's gonna be pretty quiet, even though both teams want this Roche pretty badly, I feel. They both know it's up, I think.
AA uses Ice Blast at Roshan, but never activates it. Not sure. And what is this creep doing right here? Luna, what are you doing, man? Oh, you get to move on.
They're smoked up on the Dire side. 4 heroes while they leave the AM behind. They're also going to use that. The Ravage is ready. He's going to pop it. The Death Prophet doesn't use BKB again. They're going to be able to burst her down so easily. She gets her Yules off, but she's at no health, and she's going to fall to a crit from the Mirana. This is going to be an easy Roche for them.
And another big thing is she used... Well, I don't even think she has... Does she have buyback ready? No, it's still down for another 4 minutes. So using BKB wasn't bad. She's dead longer than its cooldown. And she's just getting caught out.
Like, she needs to pop the BKB when she sees the Tidehunter. Like, she actually had time to react there.
Oh,
they're actually going to give Aegis to Anti-Mage? I'd just give it to Mirana because she's doing so much work for them. Although Mirana's going to be looking to buy a Butterfly. She actually has enough money for it. But they're playing it safe just like they have, like, all of this game and all the previous game. They're playing it safe. And the Mirana's saving up for, the Mirana's saving up for buyback. Oh, the Luna actually gets a Butterfly of her own. Not playing it safe at all. Taking out her entire bank account for that.
She's still 3 minutes on buyback, so...
Oh yeah, I forgot she bought back anyways.
And they're just gonna send AM up this hill and hit this Rex. Or start hitting Rex. Now, they don't have Ravage up, which is a little scary, because DP will be up fairly soon.
Luna ult is ready. She's walking up here. Mirana's gonna leap out. They have the stun on the Luna. She's gonna go down. She doesn't have buyback, and that's going to be extremely costly. But no, she runs away just in time. The egg falls in the meanwhile, and the Witch Doctor ult's just going to do full duration almost. And it's going to kill the Tide off, but it's not really that big, as he didn't have Ravage. He used it to kill Death Prophet previously as she walks up, and she's not really going to get too much done, I don't think. She needs to drop her ult. They need the Luna ult and the Death Prophet ult. They are going to be able to take down Ogre pretty easily, but the Mirana also just dropping in and getting annihilated. The nuking damage is nothing to be not to be underestimated. As a full team wipe could be happening if they get silence off. Yeah, the Anti-Mage is stuck out here now, all alone, but he mances off the silence and he blinks out.
Now that was some incredible RNG by Luna. Probably dodged 5 hits in a row. I don't think she would have died. She was at 193 HP. It would have been a close one.
Times though, she would have died.
Yeah.
Luna with her bots, she's gonna look to take some racks. Like all these heroes down, I think she should. I think it's definitely a great idea to be going for it. Am's gonna try to cough the creeps, but there's no tower. There's nothing to hold her back. It doesn't really matter.
She has her own creeps, no tower. She doesn't care.
Ice
Oh,
Blast's
and
gonna hit
DP
that.
is even
but-
here.
Oh, the AA is just instantly like had no health. The cleave just destroying him so easily. Silence comes out, but he has the manta for it. She uses his pop to slow him down, but the Death Prophet's getting focused. She falls. Blinks forward, they slow him up. They're gonna catch the Visage out as well. Lumina long gone, having TP'd out a while ago.
Magic thyself out of that.
Well, DP didn't get ulti off again. I mean, not ulti. She didn't get
BKB.
BKB off again. And this BKB pickup, it hasn't helped her at all. Every time she's used it, it's been while she's already under half HP.
Yeah.
And they're just going to push straight down bot and take these megas.
Yeah, this is like one really big thing in the game is like you need to use your BKB. Your BKB doesn't have a use if you don't use it.
I mean,
If
10
you're gonna
damage.
be fighting, just like pop your BKB. Even if your BKB doesn't get a lot of use out of it, at least it's more than nothing.
24 damage, 10 strength for 4.3k.
4K.
Yeah.
The Sunrise out is doing a lot of damage, but the Tide has his Ravage. He was just waiting for the BKB to be over, and it stuns all of them. One hero down, 2 heroes down after buyback, and the egg will surely fall. Or, yeah, it does, just barely at the end. The Mirana does die to the Visage, actually, but Visage is probably going to pay for this as well. The Anti-Mage needs to blink out, barely surviving on 50 HP. The Ogre's running up as the Luna ult runs out. Also, the Death Prophet coming back, TPing onto the Visage birds. Silence comes through. They have the stun from the Visage here, and they're able to take him down.
Throughout this whole game, I haven't felt like Visage has done too much, but that last fight, he paid his weight in salt.
Invisibility.
Or his worth in salt. I'm getting my things mixed up, but he single-handedly probably saved their racks from going down. He killed Mirana, he did a lot of damage to Tide, and it was just
really good that fight.
it was
Even if he
amazing.
died, like the birds were just uncontested.
Now this is a very scary moment because they don't have Luna or they don't have Mirana up for another 40, no buyback, and this is a Luna. She will go through your racks. She will take megas. She will not care.
Yeah, and they have Exorcism. They don't have anything to stop this. Anti-Mage needs to go now. He's their only hope. They do have the
Tide-
Titan though, but he
Ravage
has
is on
Ravage.
cooldown.
This is Megas. It's gonna fall, and they can't stop them. The Anti-Mage is gonna go in, but does he have enough to fight against the Luna? She has a Butterfly, and they have the Exorcism still going. So much damage. He's gonna end up falling. He needs to buy back, but I don't know if he can fight them still. They have so much damage, and he just doesn't have enough with his heart. I don't think he can actually fight them. And there's a pause. Tactical pause, boys.
Now I think Radiant Luna realizes that they've overstayed their welcome, but DP is still quite a bit out. Her ulti is now ending. She's already at full HP. So I'm a little worried for DP. She's probably going to die to this AM. And maybe they'll just push straight back down mid because Luna is on 5-minute buyback cooldown. DP has hers up, but she won't have her ulti for a while, and everyone's about to be up.
Yeah,
I think the only hope they have is try to also get megas or just try to end.
I want to see Mega v Megas. I don't remember the last time I've seen a game where both teams get Megas. Have you ever seen a game where both teams have gotten Megas, even?
I'm sure it's been out there once, but I don't remember it.
I think I've seen exactly one game, but I never saw it for myself. I just saw like a video of it on YouTube.
Probably just purge it from your memory. You don't want to see that. Oh,
Mega.
Luna is actually going back in. She's going to hit these oh no. She
Yep,
decides
she's
for the
back.
better.
It's like, oh wait, Death Prophet's dead. I don't want this. I don't want
Oh.
this at all.
AM doesn't get there in time for a lucky bash, but they draw a line almost straight down mid. It's pretty close.
It's not very straight. I mean, I guess it's kind of straight in a single direction, but I wouldn't say it's really straight down mid.
So they're pushing out bot. They know that their best chance is for Luna to just come in and backdoor. So Morales gonna take care of that. Probably TP in once they hit their get to their towers. I think they should just clear out this wave, and then once their creeps get into the base, just go straight for their axe. But this will be a very dangerous fight.
Okay. They're ready to defend, but they don't have DP ult. Like, everything else is off cooldown for all heroes. DP still needs under 40 seconds, though. This is really the time to go for it. They need to push up here, and they need to finish these racks off. They need to take a good fight.
Dire is afraid right now, and they should be. This is a very volatile game. Never know who's going to win at this point.
Yeah.
They're worried about bot lane pushing in, but I think if Luna goes in, that's almost a mistake. They could TP tie back to maybe defend, and then just take Magus for themselves and then TP everyone else back.
Yeah, they're going in. They have the Moonlight Shadow. AM's gonna reveal it, but they don't have much detection. They do have a sentry actually, but it's gonna die just about now as the Moonlight Shadow ends.
Luna is rushing up.
The Ravage comes through. They're gonna be able to target the Phoenix, but he's not really that low. He gets the egg off, and the ults are going through. Lots of health loss for most heroes on the Dire side. They're on the heavy retreat, barely escaping on their cores. It looks like Rushdown on the AA is gonna have to pay for this, but the Vegas actually killed the throne. Yep. Okay, yeah. Harambe's third leg victory. Well, that was a little bit anticlimactic. Although they did win the fight at the end anyways, so they probably deserve it as well.
Yep.
That was a very, very long series. I definitely liked the second game a lot better than the first one. They just weren't really doing anything at all.
The second game, it was pretty exciting. It was back and forth pretty well.
Yeah,
props to both teams.
They're definitely both trying really hard to win this one. And it was pretty even footing too, for a huge majority of the game. Yeah, that was Harambe's third leg over Instinct, a 2-0 in favor of Harambe's third leg, and that was I think that was the first match they played this week. They'll play one later, I believe. I don't know if they've scheduled it, but this is the last one I am going to do for today, and I bid you all adieu.